Welcome! Let's talk about the Devils' deals to the Lightning and to the Islanders. Starting off with Blake Coleman going to Tampa Bay for a pick and a prospect. Now, I just want to start off by saying the Devils now have the most cap space in the league, surpassing Colorado, who's got just under $25 million. They now have just under $31 million in cap space available. If Fitzgerald, the new or slash intern GM for New Jersey, doesn't weaponize this space somehow by going to teams saying, "Hey, give me your garbage. Give me. You know what? I'll not only will I take it for the rest of this year, I could take it for the next season and maybe even the season after that as well. Because let's straight talk here. Really, the Devils need to just take a couple lumps over the next couple years, stock up on those draft picks, and slowly build. Do it right this time for your fans. Really, I think most of them would like to see that as well. Have it all pay off. I digress, though. Let's talk about Blake Coleman and what Tampa Bay is getting in him. Now, this guy is 5'11". He's 200 pounds. He shoots left. He's 28 years old. He plays all forward positions, but mostly the wing. And he's signed for an extra year after this one at $1.8 million, which is why the Lightning went off and got him. Because, hey, that's a great deal for a 20-goal scorer. But does Tampa Bay even need this guy? I mean, they have everything, don't they? They look great. Well, they looked great last year as well. So perhaps this guy will bring in more of a grinder's mentality, a little bit of scoring depth. He's a great shot suppressor when he's on the ice, too. So keep that in mind. So this is definitely a plus for them. Let's talk about his stats so far for this season. In 57 games, he's got 21 goals already, 31 points, and is a -2. Did you hear me? A -2. The Devils have a -42 goal differential this year. He's a -2. So that's pretty good, I think. Now, last season in 78 games and he had 22 goals, 36 points, and was a -19. Still, he put up some points. Now, he's only had 2 seasons with the Devils in the NHL before that, and with some half decent. Nothing really worth mentioning, though. But it's last season and this season where he's really breaking out. And considering, again, 57 games and he's already got 21 goals, that's not bad. And they get him for an extra year. I said that already, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is, did Tampa Bay really need him? No, but they wanted him. They got what they want, not what they needed. I don't know. They didn't really need anything. But again, depth. Let's talk about what the Devils get. Now, they get that 2020 first rounder. That's the Canucks pick, not the Lightning pick. So that'll probably should be a higher pick for them. But I'm still guessing, let's say it'll be around pick number, won't be higher. Probably around between 15 and 20, give or take. Let's say somewhere around there, depending on how good the Canucks win in the playoffs. But if they don't make the playoffs this season, the first pick gets bumped to next season. At this moment, the Canucks are leading their division. It looks like they're going to be in the show. So, yeah. Now, they also get Nolan Foote, a left winger, big boy, 19 years old, left shot. Let's talk about him here for a second. Now, he's 6'3", 195 pounds. He's 19 years old. He's left wing. I said that already, I know. Some of his statistics. He's been playing in the WHL for the last 4 seasons, including this one. Now, this season in 26 games, he's got 15 goals and 33 points, and he's a +5. In the World Juniors, which he played not too long ago, in 7 games, he had 3 goals, 5 points, and plus-minus was even. But with 29 penalty minutes. Holy cow. Okay. The season before that with Kelowna, in 66 games, he had 36 goals, 63 points, -1. So he seems to be defensively responsible, statistically speaking anyways, and he puts up some good numbers. He's proved that in the World Juniors as well. It looks like the Devils have a player here. You know, I would say someone who could play at least in the third line, if not higher. Wow, what do I think about this deal? Devils won this one, really. I don't think that's. I mean, yeah, Lightning got a decent player and everything. Both teams are happy, but Devils really did well by themselves. Kudos to Fitzgerald on that one. Let's move to the next trade. Now they shipped off Andy Greene, a defenseman, to Long Island. Now, this is a little bit perplexing, I guess, if you're an Islanders fan, because you're thinking, why? Why? What? We need forwards. We need scoring right now. What are you doing, Lou? But listen, they did. Now, Pelech, one of their top pairing left shot defensemen, got injured. He went down. He's making $1.6 million over the next two seasons, by the way, and he's 25 years old. They needed someone to sort of replace him. Now, they get a veteran here in Andy Greene. Now, he's in the last year of his contract. He's 37 years old. He's 5'11", 190 pounds. He's making $5 million this season, which that's kind of high, and I'm going to get back to that in a second. But I mean, he's very defensively responsible. He makes everyone around him better. He should fit into this Islanders team very well. They'll probably schlep him in the bottom pairing, maybe even the second pairing. And he should do good by them and really fill that spot. A good depth move, I guess, for the Islanders. Now, speaking of his points, his numbers, in 53 games so far, he's got 2 goals, 11 points, +1. A +1. And remember when I said the Devils are -42 in goal differential? This guy's a +1. He's a defenseman. He's also their captain, by the way. Now, he's played in New Jersey his entire career. And for the most he's been pretty healthy and has played most of the season. Last season, in 82 games, he had 5 goals, 25 points, -9. But, the Devils haven't been great, in that retrospect either. So, let's hold on one second. Sorry about that. I thought someone was robbing the place. Anyways, that was just my wife. Okay, so, So, where were we? Andy Greene. So his statistics are pretty good, and the Islanders needed this player. They needed someone to fill in because they were down that guy. But I don't know. I guess my beef is that he's making $5 million. Couldn't they have gotten the Devils to eat some of this money as well against the cap? Seeing as how they gave them a second-round pick and a prospect, maybe even $1 million, maybe $2 million. I mean, let's look at the Islanders' cap space right now. Now, they have just over $15.5 million available, but keep in mind that they've got 3 guys on the IR. They've got Kyle Clutterbuck, who they can really use in the playoffs. He's making $3.5 million. Against the cap. There's Casey Cizikas, who's also making the same amount, just over $3 million. And then there's Adam Pelech, which is the reason they went out and got Greene in the first place, and he's making 1.6. So, yeah, that cap space is kind of going to evaporate really fast. But if, none or some of those guys don't come back before the playoffs start, then they should be fine for the same reason I stipulated earlier. But I get, why not try them to eat some of that money so you have more cap space available to try and go out and score a forward, so you don't have to pay through the nose for them. Now, the Islanders do have basically all of their draft picks, all their first rounders this season and for the next couple. They have everything, with the exception of the second round that they just gave them. Now, it's a 2021 second round pick, by the way, that the Devils scored from them, not 2020. And they also got David Quenneville. Let's talk about him for a second here. Now, he's a right shot defenseman. He's 5'8", 183 pounds. He's 21 years of age. And when it comes to his stats, last season in the AHL, he spent time between the AHL and the ECHL. In 18 games, he had 6 points and was a -8 in the AHL. In the ECHL, 14 games, 2 points, -4. However, his numbers were amazing in the WHL. Now, in the 2017-18 season, he played 70 games, had 26 goals and 80 points, and was a +7. That's really impressive. And the season before that, his numbers are almost as good. Really, they're close. In 49 games, he had 59 points in the 2016-17 season, +5. So maybe he's just needing some adjustment, playing with men, that kind of thing. Maybe he needs another year of seasoning. But the kid's got potential. He's only 5'8", so that's a bit concerning. And he's already 21, so he might not be growing much. But obviously, this guy's got to have legs. He's got some offensive capabilities. There's potential there. I got to give this one to the Devils too, really. I mean, yeah, okay, Long Island, plugs a hole that they, had an issue with. But I still think, they should have got the Devils to eat some of that cap, and far and far most they need a forward. So now, is this right shot defenseman? He's a right shot defenseman though, right? You know how hard those are to find. So Devils get that. So they got some potential here. So I'm going to give the edge to the Devils, and yeah, I know the Islander fans. Let me know what you think about that. In Andy Greene, obviously, and not the Devils not eating some of that cap, and what forwards do you think they should be looking after? But there you have it. There's the whole sort of picture there for you. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you happen to have any hockey geek friends, please don't feel shy about sharing. Thanks again. See you soon.